Mia Khalifa, a controversial internet personality well known for passionately speaking out against her time in the adult film industry. After recording less than a dozen videos, including a particularly controversial scene that left Mia receiving death threats, she shifted away from the adult film industry. Despite this withdrawal from the industry and Mia's denouncement of this content, these videos have remained in circulation on various adult websites, garnering billions of views, to which Mia sees no royalties. Regardless of the lack of proper financial compensation, Mia has been vocal about her distaste toward her stint in the industry, all while successfully growing her own audience on the internet, amassing over 30 million followers across multiple social media platforms.
Why is there so much controversy surrounding you?
I feel like sometimes I inadvertently place myself in the middle of controversy. Like sometimes I really forget that, oh wow, there's people who like see my tweets other than my friends, and people who see my posts other than my friends, and then I end up being in a social media storm.
How old were you when you first got into the adult film industry, and is there any reason in particular why you chose to partake?
So I was 21 years old, and the reason was wrong place, wrong time at many points in my life, wrong mentality at many points in my life, low self-esteem, very low self-worth.
So you first got into the industry because it was like a way to boost your self-esteem?
I started to get positive male attention, which was validating for a very short period of time. And then I kind of started to chase that validation because I felt like that was the only way for me to get positive attention from men because I was so overweight growing up.
Do you remember what the economics of those deals and contracts were actually like?
Well, off the videos, I made $12,000. And
$12,000?
$12,000 according to my tax reports and according to my bank account at the time. The other 160,000 unaccounted for over the span of about 3 years is me being on salary for being a social media manager for Bang Bros.
Do you feel you're appropriately compensated for the work that you did do, in particular on those scenes?
I do not think so, but I am also not trying to get money back.
Right, it was never about the money, right?
The reason I came out with the video in the first place, kind of explaining how much I made, is because the overwhelming majority of people truly believes that I make basically $1 for every time a video is viewed. $800 million just from people like viewing that's not how it works. You get paid for the day and that's it. You don't get any royalties, you don't get anything afterwards, and anything I did receive afterwards, I worked for.
Right, so you were contracted by them to work for them separately from the content that you made?
Yes, after I left the industry, absolutely.
Can you tell me anything specific about the specific scene that raised so much controversy around you?
I went in that day not knowing what the scene was about. I'm in hair and makeup, and the two producers come in to kind of give me the rundown about what is going on in the scene today. And they ask me if I can speak Arabic, and I tell them yes, and they're like, perfect, we're gonna do this. I was asked to wear a hijab and perform in a threesome with another girl as the scene. Death threats. Most of the death threats don't come from like the incels watching porn. They come from the people who were just so mad at me for putting on a hijab and making Muslims look bad.
Yeah, you literally had people claiming to be ISIS giving you death threats.
Yeah, sympathizers. And then my Instagram account at 2 million followers got hacked by ISIS sympathizers and then taken down for propaganda being posted on it.
What made you want to leave the adult film industry?
Realizing I was in the adult industry.
What made you realize that you were
part of an industry and not just like doing one-off side gigs?
About a few weeks into the contract, they had me signed to extend it once all of the news started breaking out about like with the death threats and with the hijab scene and everything. Like when they tried to lock me in for longer and tried to pivot everything they did with me to be that controversial like Middle Eastern hijab, like they turned the whole website into basically a landing page for ISIS to put people on their, you know, no fly into wherever they are list.
Do you feel like you walked into a trap?
I feel like I was led into a trap. It started way before the age of 21, but just being naive and being very vulnerable was not a good combination for meeting the person I met at the age that I was and the things that transpired after. I would say that if I had never met that person, I never would have done porn. I never would have done the things that people know me for doing, and I could have just been living life normally, making $18 an hour, hopefully, somewhere.
InfoRise, where information soars.